All right, Hope, you should be with us. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. So you have 5 minutes to introduce yourself, and you can start when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. But good evening to all who are here with us. And thank you, Kathy, Jason, and Ryan for making this possible, and all the other club members. I was born and raised in Jamaica to loving parents who believed in putting the needs of children first. And I truly believe that having this solid foundation has kept me grounded and has helped me to make choices beneficial to me and to others. I own a successful management company which deals with the operations of resort homes. And currently we manage the finances, staffing, and the upkeep of 27 resort homes with 150 employees. And I'm convinced that my background in early childhood education has taught me to manage adults. I believe in philanthropy, I am philanthropic and have given selflessly to various Kiwani's programs and projects and to my community, which has earned me achievements such as Justice of the Peace, Hanover Charities Committee Chair, Honorary Ambassador to the University of West Indies on the western side of the island, and Director of the medical organization Caribbean Health Outreach. I was invited to join Kiwani's by a close friend of good character. And I stress on good character because otherwise I probably would have declined the invitation. And I'm now in my 25th year and a member of two clubs, a charter member of the Kiwanis Club of Hopewell, where I have served in several capacities, and a year-old member of the Northwestern Indianapolis clubs. Both memberships I enjoy immensely and consider myself blessed to have found the value of being a Kiwanian, which has motivated me like white on rice. I consider leadership a privilege, and I'm proud to have served in a very diverse and healthy district, which not only believes in sustainable growth, but one that without straying too far from tradition has been very successful in attracting younger members by assisting our SLPs to transition into our clubs or to form their own clubs. I have also immensely enjoyed my term on the international board. When I'm not working or volunteering, I enjoy tennis, traveling, gardening, dancing, reading, crossword puzzles, and spending time with family, friends, and my pets. I enjoy watching series such as Forensic Files, Blue Bloods, Law and Order, Criminal Minds, NCIS, CSI, and very recently, Young Sheldon.
Awesome. Thank you. It would help if I unmute myself. All right. So the first question we have for you tonight, Hope, is Kiwanis International is experiencing significant budget deficits. How would you address this?
Well, we have certainly started to address it. And, the first thing is I'm sure you have heard of the dues increase that we're, proposing. And I think we need it. But to address it, we also have to cut our expenses. Last year, our actual spending was more than 2 million, less than the budgeted spending. This year, we are committed to spending even less. But cutting expenses, of course, is not enough. But I will admit we have listened to our members, especially after coming out of that convention in Minneapolis. And we have reduced staff by 13%, travel by 43%, meeting expenses by 25%, and our contract services by 28%. And we plan to propose reducing the number of trustees on the international board. To be honest with you, I really don't think we have any more fat to trim, so to speak, and even with an increase, we would still be the least expensive service organization. Also as a member, based on the nonprofit that serves children, our costs have increased dramatically. But I think we needed to start with us to set the example in terms of reducing our budget and then coming back to the table to say
30 seconds.
Thank you.
All right. So piggybacking off that, the next question is, do you support the dues increase proposed by the board? And what are your thoughts around it?
I do support it. I do support it. I wanted to start by explaining, well, what we use for the dues and the negative impact it will have on the organization. You know, we support clubs with it, division, districts with grants to assist with growth, leadership education, training, printed and digital resources, translation and interpretation in 7 core languages, technology and digital products, global marketing, public relations, and legal services. And, you know, we want to keep in line with other service or global service organizations. So, you know, we have an IT, you know, we need it for IT, marketing and communications, a membership team, member services, financial services. A lot happens at the global headquarters. And it's also not just at the HQ, but, you know, supporting our sponsored leadership programs and the Children's Fund. And personally, I cannot imagine Kiwanis without a foundation or our sponsored youth. You know, they're our future, and it is not by accident that they're named the Kiwanis family. So yes, I support the dues increase.
Awesome. Thank you. Next question is, Circle K has an international structure, but only a little more than 5,000 members and is annually subsidized by Kiwanis for a few $100,000 each year. Do you favor any changes in the program to improve its finances?
You know, this was a recent discussion, and I have to say that the Circle K themselves are trying pretty hard to not have a deficit. And I agree that we should, because they're trying so hard, we should work with them and see what comes out for the next year or so. But for now, I think, you know, whatever comes up, we should accept. They are still part of us. They're still part of the Kiwanis family. And I, you know, as I said before, I can't imagine our organization without them. But I know they're trying very hard to not have such a big deficit.
Thank you. So Kiwanis International spends about $700,000 annually for a European office, an area in which membership has continued to decline, but we do not have an Asia Pacific office where our growth is centered. Would you continue this allocation of resources?
I need you to repeat because I lost some of what you said.
Sure. So Kiwanis spends about $700,000 annually for a European office, an area in which membership has continued to decline. We do not have an Asia Pacific office where our growth is centered. Would you continue this allocation of resources?
I would say we will continue an allocation, but probably not the same. I mean, ASPAC deserves to get the attention.
All right. Thank you. I hope that's what we have for you now. So I'll put you back in the waiting room. We'll be back with you in just a little bit.
Okay.
Thanks, Hope. We have people keep joining us here, so I apologize. So the first question is, what is your focus going to be outside of membership? And you have 1 minute to answer.
Grow the Kiwanis family in the hope of transitioning them into our clubs or helping them to form their own. And to keep the finances stable.
Okay. Hope, same question.
I will have to agree. It's a cornerstone. What I'd like to see, though, is that, you know, the word Kiwanis, the brand Kiwanis is associated with it, so that we still don't have parents not realizing that they are under our umbrella. I know it's going to be a legal issue, and I know it will cost, but I think it's worth the cost.
Leader, are they critical to our mission?
They are critical, and I think Sometimes we can drop some other things just to accommodate them in terms of expenses. I think it should be number one on the list in terms of our, at least in the top 2, 3, 4 priorities to spend. And if we have to go into reserves to do it, we go into reserves. I really think the family will grow and help us to grow as well.
Great, thank you. Dan?
I believe it's an investment in the future as it pertains to leadership opportunities for young folks. But I also believe it's an investment in our Kiwanis clubs. You know, those Kiwanis clubs that sometimes get to the point where it's not real exciting anymore and they're maybe not going to keep going. You should go hang out with the Key Clubbers for a while or the Builders Clubbers for a while and get a little vibe and get a little excitement going. I also think that Kiwanis clubs should view sponsoring and support of SLPs as an opportunity to engage the community so they understand what we're up to and maybe even get a few new members out of the deal as well. So I think it's an investment that is needs to continue.
Awesome. All right, this time around, Hope, you're going to get the question first. You have been on the board for 3 years. What do you feel is your personal accomplishment while you've been on the board?
Well, I've certainly learned. I've learned how it works at the top. And I've learned that whatever is happening under the top is because of the top. the actions of the top. So I am taking that with me as a VP candidate to try to make changes. I believe that when the same thing keeps happening, you need to look in the mirror and come up with solutions. So I've certainly learned a lot. I've been very well educated and I can speak on it now. And I'm very proud of that.
Hope?
Well, 3 years have gone very quickly and I'd like to believe I have no regrets. I mean, whatever gave me any downtimes, it's a learning experience and I tend to learn from my experiences. The personal goals I had for myself, I have achieved them. And for sure, I really have no regrets. It's been a heck of a learning experience. And I want to just take it further,
Awesome, thank you. All right, Gary, you're going to go first on this one. We have a couple more for you guys. What has been your biggest shock that nobody prepared you for on the board?
I guess it may be a little culture shock, but it's been a pleasant culture shock when you really see how global we are. When you start interacting with Kiwanians from Europe, from all over the North America and South America, all over Asia Pacific, it is just amazing how much we're so alike throughout the world in our desire to serve children. And I guess, you get into your mindset in your club or your division or your district, and you just think everybody's doing the same thing. But when you get out there and see so many people doing so much and so differently and having such positive results, it's just amazing. So yeah, you could say amazing or shocking, but it's been very positive.
Awesome, thank you. Hope?
I'd say I've had, I haven't had anything that shocked me. Maybe it's because, I've been trying to learn as much as I can even before I try to prepare myself for things. And that's my personality. So nothing has really shocked me in that. I'm just 100% pleased at how much I've gained. And, the fact that I've always thought Kiwanis was a very noble organization, and that has been proven, and proven with people from all over the world. Yeah, there are, a few people that will spoil it, but nothing has really shocked me, so to speak.
Okay. The question is, if KI does get our dues increase, would you advocate for reducing the administrative charge that is charged for the Kiwanis Children's Fund to each club? Hope?
Boy, that's a That's a difficult question. But what I would advocate for is to assist the fund as much as we can to improve their financial status. That's what I would advocate for. I don't think the charge on members is that much. I would definitely not advocate for an increase in the charge, but I would say that I would try to help them to increase improve on their financial, their ability to raise funds. And that will go further than, just, than just, I still think we need to give, even if it's $5, I still think we need to give to the fund. But I would not advocate for an increase.
Okay. And we're going to start with Dan first on this one. What is a hidden talent that no one knows about you?
A hidden talent. Oh, I don't know that I have a whole lot of hidden talents, to be honest with you. I don't know. You should have gave me a heads up on that one, Ryan, so I could do a little research
Oh, no.
on that one. So let's see. I got a minute, right, to think
You
about
have 40 seconds left.
it. I'm a dog whisperer.
Okay. We'll take it.
All
We'll
right.
take it. Gary, same question.
Well, it could be that I love to sing karaoke badly, but I love anything Western. Started that a long time ago, but at one of my karaoke songs, I should have been a cowboy.
Awesome. Hope?
Sometimes I'm just sitting down waiting on a ride, at a mall or something, somebody dropped me off and coming back. And older people tend to just come up to me and start telling me about their problems. And I listen. I listen. And then I wonder if, they don't have any children they can talk to or anything. I'm not upset about it, but it seems that I just have a way of calming people or, having people believe in me or I have the face for it because people will just walk up, start talking to me. And I actually give them the time because it's obvious that they need it. And just the other day I was thinking about it, and saying there must be something there that appeals to people from all over the world. I mean, this is not just in Jamaica. So I would say that's a hidden talent and that's something I hardly talk about.
Okay. We're almost up with our hour here, so I'm going to ask each candidate one last question, and it is a very simple yes or no answer. And we're going to start with Gary on this one. And the question is very simple. Again, yes or no. That's all you have to give. Are you loyal?
Yes.
Hope?
Yes, 100%.
Dan?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank all of you for being with us. I'm going to turn it back over here to Jason in just a second. We look forward to being in Denver with all of you and electing the next leadership team for our organization. Before I give it back to Jason, I hope all of you found some good out of this. If you do want the recording, I know there's some people that did jump off because of the capacity issues. Thank God we were able to get Gary back in here. Please send me an email or Kathy or Jason, and we'll get the recording out to you. So again, thank you all for being here. If you are going to Denver, if you see me, please say hello. I'd love to meet you in person. I've met a lot of you this way, but I've never met you in person. So with that, Jason, I'm going to give it back to you.
Thank you, Ryan, for being a great host on this and dictating everyone. And I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us tonight. And again, I will also be in Denver, so feel free to come up and say hello to me as well. Or most likely might be hanging out with Ryan, so you might be able to kill two birds with one stone in that sense. But I hope everyone has a great rest of their Sunday or Monday if they're coming, or if we're getting people from Asia right now, and if not, Well, also have a great rest of your week, and we will definitely see you in Denver. Take care.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
everybody.
having us.